I'm gonna remove the battery, the fixing point, and let's give some love to all of these, right? Alright, this is what I got from the battery tray. Of course, it's a new day. Very sunny day, very nice. I'm going to clean all the plastic parts. I'm gonna check all the connections and the brackets. I would like to repaint them, and the screws probably I will proceed with a cold bluing because they are a bit rusty. So we need to brush them first. I also decided to remove all these brackets from the exhaust system since I have to remove it, and also proceed with the same process. I will probably replace the bolts because they are, well, I don't think they no longer serve this purpose. I will brush the brackets and I will also paint them, but I will use a special paint. I got new ones. You may ask why? Well, because there is similarity between all of them, that's one, and second, it was more like an opportunity. It was a cost deal. These are winter tires, they're in a very good condition, and yeah, I got the offer, all of them, initially for 125 euros, and negotiating a little bit, I got them for 100 euros. So I figured, well, I can recondition 8 tires, the other 4 tried to sell them, and these 2 tried to keep them. And yeah, they are winter tires. Well, for now they will go just fine. And funny thing is that only 4 tires, 4 season tires, the cheapest I could find, of course a generic brand, it would be 160 euros already. Here I already got 4 wheels. Yeah, they are not in the best condition, you can see. It's, 22 years, basically. The center cap you can always remove. You can always recondition the rims. But in general, I think I could give them another opportunity. But why not starting by cleaning them properly? Now that everything looks pretty nice, it's time to go to the right hand side of the engine. From this point of view. Yes, right there. I would like to replace that engine mount too. So let's go ahead. First, you need to support the gearbox. Same stories on the other side. Now we have bolts to remove, but first of all, you need to remove these wires that go directly to the ECU. Just, if you take this tab here and you just lift it, you will remove the clip. Then you have another line here that I already removed from this clip system. And finally, we have 1, 2, 3, and below this loom, we still have 2 more. So let's remove them. I would also recommend to loosen this tab here, so then you can really wiggle around and find your way through these bolts. But once I loosen them, you see this ball here? We need to loosen that one, and there is another one on the right hand side. We need to do the same both sides, and I think we need to do something here too. It's not very clear in the instructions though. First part is out. I'm using a 13mm socket, and bear in mind that these bolts are the same length, and this one here and this one here, they are shorter. Here it is. I have succeeded. I had to remove what I believe is the clutch cable. It's right here. I removed from this position. It's very easy to place again, because otherwise I didn't have room to maneuver here. This is what we got. So this basically goes inside here, and this looks like grease, but it's no longer grease. It's something very solid. This one goes on top. We have an 18mm bolt here. I'm pretty sure you need to renew it, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't have it, basically. And it looks quite good, even though you can see, I don't know if you will see the reflection of the light in the thread itself. There's no sizing, but you know this bolt has been stretched. These bolts are very good. We can reuse them for sure. They just need some brushing and probably some bluing. They are 16 millimeters though. And what about the engine mount? Well, I must say this one, let's go to a bit more light. I must say this one looks like in a very good condition on the inside. On the outside, the plastic, the rubber material is being degraded. You see, it's becoming powder, and you can see here that the bottom holes on the both sides, I don't know, to my feeling this damper has been excited quite a bit and it started to lose its capabilities. Therefore, I think it's very wise to change it for, let's say, for preventive maintenance 22 years after. So this one goes, the new one goes in, and we need to take care of one bracket there. And I am even super happy to see that if you look at the bottom of this hole where the edges are, there's no paint there. So I'm very happy to see that even with the best paints, we get the same issue when you clamp or when you torque a bolt. So you lose your paint basically. Time to replace the engine mount on the transmission side, or the gearbox console. This is how it's called in the work instructions. I also took my lovely time and cleaned this side of the engine bay. I think whenever you get a chance, if it's an old car, it helps you to see also which structural parts are getting rusty or if you need further work here. So in this case, I think it's just, it can get very boring, that's for sure, but it gives you peace of mind at the same time. And this part is in a very, very nice condition. What I would also do is to take a little bit of Scotch-Brite and clean all the interfaces with the bracket that will keep in place the transmission mount. This one, and you clean just the interfaces here and here. Bracket in. Now screws in, and we apply a little bit of silicone grease on this side because the rubber will be in constant contact and rubbing against this surface, and I think it would be very nice if you have a little bit of grease, since there is no other functionality here but to keep the rubber mount in place. Grease is applied, you can see the remaining there. And please, when you place the screws, they are all the way in, but don't torque them yet, because this is one side of the engine and then we have another bracket that goes here. It would be nice if we, as a sequence, torque this one first or this one first, and we finally torque the connection, which is the rubber mount here on top. This will allow us to fit all of these two brackets in place, and then the resulting tolerances between these two components will be held at this point when you torque them. Therefore, the rubber is not preloaded and it will serve as it's meant to. Rubber mount in. Placing the rubber mount following this sequence that I show you is rather easy. You need to rotate this one this way, and then the moment you start pressing down, you align the holes for the screws. Therefore, there is no issue regarding all the wiring, all the loomies around it. How do I know that the damper is correctly in place, the two parts? Well, because you keep pressing downwards, and yeah, there is no, it doesn't go further, but you can see the offset down there. Well, I did it on purpose with a jack because I wanted to have a clearance. Now we need to lower the jack a little bit, and we can place the screws in order to keep the interface in place. There you go. You can see one screw's here, the other one's here, and the other one's there. What if this is 1 millimeter higher than what it's supposed to? No problem, because you're gonna start making some pressure here, and you will ensure that the top bracket is in the perfect position with respect to the damper in this axis. Now, here's the deal. We need to tighten the bolts that are right there, that one and the other one, to 15 Newton meters. I want to start with those ones, and then I will continue with these ones. So now you place this screw one here and this one 20 Newton plus 45 degrees, and this one here is 60 Newtons plus 90 degrees. And don't forget about the bracket that goes from the steering rack to the steering pump. Place your clutch coil back here and there. Now battery tray in. Time for a new rear wiper. Let's clean first. Nice, that's how I like it. You can see, nice, yummy, yummy. Okay. There you go. Lights out. Let's clean interfaces. Okay. Fuck. New bolt in with a little bit of grease. So oh. Well, okay. 20 Newton meters. Is just here and Jesus. New wiper, Valeo Silencio. Let's compare, let's compare, let's compare. This one goes this way, this way. This way. Just gotta break this guy. Okay, this is from the inside. I think we can do it this way. Oops, looks like it doesn't do it this way. But don't do it this way. Perfect. I think it's time to deal with this. And I bought new ones. They are replacement. They are extremely cheap from Ridex, I think. I am not happy with the build quality at all, but this is what I got. And I'm gonna place them. If I don't like them, I will just return them. We have one clip and two clips to be removed. We proceed by cleaning the interfaces. This one too. What I mean is, how am I holding this boot door like this? Lithium grease applied. We follow the same process but in reverse mode. And repeat on the right hand side. And I can certainly find another purpose for my head. Then you open. Yeah, I think we need to wear them a little bit for a smooth opening and closing, but very good. These ones are supposed to be a little bit stronger, like 380 newtons per strut. So that's why it takes a little bit of more effort just to close it. And then whenever you open, it's like automated. But they are supposed to be the official replacement for this car, which I don't really like. Anyway, this is how you verify that one of the struts is completely shut. You can compress it and it will never come out. This one, if I press